What does it take to become a master in any field? In Mastery by George Leonard, we explore the path to achieving excellence and fulfilling our potential. In the introduction, Leonard introduces the concept of mastery and its importance in our lives. He believes that true mastery is not just about achieving a high level of skill, but also about enjoying the journey of learning and growth. He encourages us to embrace a mindset of continuous improvement and to find joy in the process of mastering a skill. Leonard draws upon his own experiences as a martial arts master to illustrate the key principles of mastery, including the importance of practice, feedback, and embracing failure. He also highlights the role of discipline and patience in the journey towards mastery. Throughout the book, Leonard shares inspiring stories of individuals who have achieved mastery in their fields, including artists, musicians, and athletes. He also provides practical advice for readers on how to overcome common obstacles and pitfalls on the road to mastery. Mastery offers a profound insight into the nature of mastery and how we can achieve excellence in any area of our lives. Whether you're an athlete, artist, or entrepreneur, this. Part 1: The Master's Journey. Chapter 1: What is Mastery? In Chapter 1 of Mastery, George Leonard begins to define what mastery really is. He explains that it's not just about reaching a level of expertise or achieving a certain goal, it's a way of being that involves a lifelong commitment to learning and improvement. Leonard discusses the importance of practice in achieving mastery, noting that it's not just about the quantity of practice, but the quality. He emphasizes the need for deliberate practice, which involves a clear focus on specific aspects of the skill being developed, as well as feedback and reflection. Another key concept in the chapter is the idea of the plateau. Leonard explains that mastery is not a steady upward trajectory, but rather a series of plateaus where progress seems to stall. These plateaus are an important part of the journey to mastery, as they allow the learner to integrate and refine their skills before moving on to the next level. Chapter 2: Meet the Dabbler, the Obsessive, and the Hacker. In Chapter 2, Leonard introduces three common types of learners who are unlikely to achieve mastery: the dabbler, the obsessive, and the hacker. The dabbler is someone who jumps from one thing to another, never sticking with anything long enough to achieve mastery. The obsessive, on the other hand, becomes so fixated on achieving a particular goal that they lose sight of the journey and the process of learning. Finally, the hacker is someone who tries to take shortcuts and find quick fixes rather than putting in the time and effort required for true mastery. Leonard emphasizes that these types of learners are not doomed to failure, but they do need to shift their mindset if they want to achieve mastery. He suggests that learners should focus on the journey rather than the destination, practice deliberate practice, and embrace the inevitable plateaus as opportunities for growth. Overall, these early chapters of Mastery lay out some of the foundational concepts and mindsets required for achieving mastery, and provide a useful framework for understanding the journey ahead. Chapter 3: America's War Against Mastery. Chapter 3 discusses some of the cultural and societal factors that have made it more difficult to achieve mastery in modern times. He argues that our culture's obsession with quick fixes and instant gratification has made us impatient and unwilling to put in the time and effort required for mastery. Leonard also points to the educational system as a major barrier to mastery. He argues that schools are designed to reward students for getting the right answer quickly, rather than for the process of learning and growth. This, he says, creates a culture of fear and a focus on avoiding failure rather than embracing it as part of the learning process. Finally, Leonard suggests that the media and popular culture contribute to the war against mastery by promoting unrealistic expectations and quick fixes, and by portraying the journey to mastery as a glamorous and effortless process. Chapter 4: Loving the Plateau. In Chapter 4, Leonard explores the concept of the plateau in more depth, arguing that it's an essential part of the journey to mastery. He notes that plateaus can be frustrating and demotivating, but that they also provide an opportunity for reflection, refinement, and consolidation of skills. Leonard suggests that learners should embrace the plateau and learn to love it as a necessary part of the process. He recommends focusing on small, incremental improvements rather than fixating on achieving big breakthroughs. He also emphasizes the importance of developing patience and persistence in order to weather the inevitable plateaus and setbacks. Overall, Chapter 4 provides valuable insights into the mindset required for achieving mastery, and emphasizes the importance of embracing the journey and learning to love the process rather than just focusing on the end goal. Before we continue, we would like to inform you that we release these summaries in audio format on Spotify before we release them on YouTube in video format, with subtitles. We have also created a goldmine of information which you can get exclusive access to by supporting us on Patreon. You get in-depth summaries plus scripts, usually twice the length of our YouTube content, a list of the top 20 key takeaways and exercises, summary requests, and more. Thank you for the support and don't forget to hit the like button. Part 2, The 5 Master Keys. Chapter 5, Key 1, Instruction. In Chapter 5, George Leonard introduces the first of 5 keys to achieving mastery, instruction. He argues that while practice is essential for mastery, it's not enough on its own. Learners also need high-quality instruction in order to develop their skills effectively. Leonard stresses the importance of finding a good teacher or mentor who can provide clear and constructive feedback, as well as help learners set realistic goals and develop a practice plan. He suggests that learners should be open to feedback and willing to make adjustments to their technique or approach based on their instructor's guidance. Another key aspect of instruction is the need for a clear and well-defined curriculum. Leonard suggests that learners should seek out a structured program or syllabus that provides a clear roadmap for their learning journey. Chapter 6, Key 2, Practice. Chapter 6 focuses on the second key to mastery, practice. Leonard emphasizes that deliberate practice is essential for developing mastery, and that it requires a high level of focus and concentration. He suggests that learners should set aside regular, uninterrupted practice time and focus on specific aspects of the skill they're trying to develop. Leonard also notes the importance of feedback in the practice process, suggesting that learners should seek out opportunities to receive feedback from their instructor or mentor, as well as from their peers. He also emphasizes the importance of repetition, suggesting that learners should be willing to repeat the same drills or exercises over and over again in order to develop their skills. Finally, Leonard notes that practice is not just about quantity, but also about quality. He suggests that learners should focus on developing good habits and techniques, rather than just trying to put in more hours of practice. Chapter 7, Key 3, Surrender. In Chapter 7, George Leonard introduces the third key to mastery, surrender. He argues that surrender is about letting go of the need to control every aspect of the learning process and being open to the experience of learning. This involves accepting and embracing the plateaus, setbacks, and failures that are inevitable on the path to mastery. Leonard suggests that learners should cultivate a mindset of curiosity and openness, and be willing to take risks and try new approaches. He emphasizes the importance of focusing on the process of learning, rather than just the end goal. Another key aspect of surrender is the need to develop resilience and persistence in the face of challenges and setbacks. Leonard suggests that learners should learn to see setbacks as opportunities for growth, and view failure as a natural and necessary part of the learning process. Chapter 8, Key 4, Intentionally. In Chapter 8, Leonard discusses the fourth key to mastery, intentionally. He argues that learners need to be intentional and purposeful in their approach to learning if they want to achieve mastery. This involves setting clear goals and developing a plan for achieving them. Leonard suggests that learners should take a long-term view of their learning journey and set realistic, achievable goals that are aligned with their values and passions. He emphasizes the importance of developing a practice routine and sticking to it consistently over time. Another key aspect of intentionally is the need for self-awareness and self-reflection. Leonard suggests that learners should be mindful of their own strengths and weaknesses, and seek out feedback from others in order to identify areas for improvement. Chapter 9, Key 5, The Edge. Chapter 9 of Mastery introduces the fifth and final key to achieving mastery, the edge. George Leonard defines the edge as the place where learners are constantly pushing themselves out of their comfort zones in order to grow and develop their skills. Leonard emphasizes that the edge is a dynamic and constantly shifting concept, and that learners need to be willing to embrace uncertainty and risk-taking in order to push themselves to the next level. He suggests that learners should seek out opportunities to challenge themselves and stretch their limits, even if it means taking on tasks or projects that are outside their comfort zone. Another key aspect of the edge is the need for balance. Leonard notes that pushing too hard or too fast can lead to burnout or injury, and emphasizes the importance of finding a balance between challenge and rest. Finally, Leonard suggests that the edge is not just about achieving mastery of a particular skill, but also about developing a broader sense of awareness and connection to the world around us. He argues that the journey to mastery is ultimately a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Overall, Chapter 9 provides valuable insights into the importance of the edge in achieving mastery, and provides a useful framework for understanding the ongoing process of growth and development. Part 3, Tools for Mastery. Chapter 10, The Master's Journey. Chapter 10 of Mastery provides a reflection on the journey to mastery, and the qualities and characteristics of those who have achieved it. George Leonard emphasizes that mastery is not just about achieving a particular goal or level of expertise, but about embodying a way of being that is characterized by continuous learning and growth. Leonard suggests that masters are marked by a number of qualities, including humility, persistence, patience, and a deep sense of purpose. He notes that masters are able to maintain a childlike sense of curiosity and wonder throughout their lives, and are always open to new experiences and challenges. Finally, Leonard argues that mastery is not an endpoint, but rather a continuous process of growth and development. He suggests that the journey to mastery is ultimately a journey of self-discovery and personal transformation, and that it requires a commitment to lifelong learning and a willingness to embrace the inevitable challenges and setbacks that arise along the way. Overall, Chapter 10 provides a valuable reflection on the meaning and significance of mastery, and emphasizes the ongoing nature of the journey to mastery. Chapter 11: Getting Energy for Mastery. In Chapter 11, George Leonard discusses the importance of energy in the process of achieving mastery. He argues that developing and maintaining high levels of physical, emotional, and mental energy is essential for staying motivated and focused on the path to mastery. Leonard suggests a number of strategies for boosting energy levels, including regular exercise, good nutrition, adequate rest, and mindfulness practices such as meditation or yoga. He also emphasizes the importance of developing a strong support network, whether through friends, family, or a community of like-minded learners. Finally, Leonard notes that cultivating a sense of purpose and passion is another key factor in developing energy for mastery. He suggests that learners should be clear about their goals and motivations, and be willing to pursue their passions even in the face of obstacles or setbacks. Chapter 12: Pitfalls Along the Path. Chapter 12 focuses on the common pitfalls and challenges that learners may encounter along the path to mastery. George Leonard notes that setbacks, plateaus, and failures are all inevitable on the journey to mastery, and emphasizes the importance of developing resilience and persistence in the face of these challenges. Another key pitfall that Leonard identifies is the temptation to take shortcuts or try to achieve quick success. He argues that true mastery requires a long-term commitment to deliberate practice and incremental improvement, and that learners need to be willing to put in the time and effort required for long-term success. Finally, Leonard notes that the path to mastery can be a lonely one, and emphasizes the importance of developing a support network of peers, mentors, and other learners who can offer encouragement, feedback, and accountability. Overall, Chapter 12 provides valuable insights into the challenges and pitfalls that learners may encounter on the path to mastery, and emphasizes the importance of developing resilience, persistence, and a strong support network in order to overcome these obstacles. Chapter 13: Mastering the Commonplace. Chapter 13 focuses on the importance of mastering the commonplace, or the everyday tasks and routines that are a part of our daily lives. George Leonard argues that while many people focus on achieving extraordinary goals, true mastery requires a commitment to excellence in all aspects of life, including the mundane and routine. Leonard suggests that mastering the commonplace involves developing habits and routines that support our overall goals and values. He emphasizes the importance of being mindful and present in our daily activities, and suggests that even the most mundane tasks can be opportunities for growth and development. Another key aspect of mastering the commonplace is the need to find joy and satisfaction in the process of learning and growing. Leonard notes that while achieving mastery requires hard work and discipline, it's also important to find ways to enjoy the journey and appreciate the small victories along the way. Chapter 14: Packing for the Journey. In Chapter 14, Leonard reflects on the importance of being prepared for the journey to mastery. He suggests that learners need to be mentally, emotionally, and physically prepared for the challenges and opportunities that will arise along the way. Leonard suggests that being prepared involves developing a growth mindset, cultivating resilience and persistence, and being open to feedback and continuous learning. He also emphasizes the importance of developing a sense of purpose and direction, and setting clear goals that are aligned with our values and passions. Another key aspect of being prepared is the need for balance and self-care. Leonard suggests that learners need to take care of their physical and emotional well-being, and make time for rest and recovery as well as for practice and learning. Overall, Chapter 14 provides valuable insights into the importance of being prepared for the journey to mastery, and emphasizes the need for a holistic approach to learning and growth that takes into account our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Epilogue. The Epilogue of Mastery explores the relationship between the master and the fool, and the importance of cultivating humility and a willingness to learn throughout our lives. George Leonard argues that while the master has achieved a high level of expertise and skill in a particular area, they must also be open to learning from others and recognizing their own limitations. Leonard suggests that the fool, in contrast, is characterized by a lack of awareness and a resistance to learning and growth. He notes that while the fool may achieve short-term success, they are ultimately limited by their own arrogance and unwillingness to learn from their mistakes. Another key theme of the epilogue is the importance of finding meaning and purpose in our lives. Leonard argues that true mastery involves not just achieving a high level of expertise, but also using that expertise to make a positive impact on the world and contribute to something greater than ourselves. Finally, Leonard emphasizes the ongoing nature of the journey to mastery, and suggests that the process of learning and growth never truly ends. He encourages readers to embrace the ongoing journey of self-discovery and personal growth, and to cultivate a sense of curiosity and wonder throughout their lives.